What is up, Shack fam? Coming to you a bit early this week with a unique video. I saw something when doing my analysis that I I thought it was just a perfect opportunity to create this video and share, just to provide some insight on the intricacies of how I go in and do my research each week so that you can benefit from it, obviously. That's the goal ultimately here. So I'm going to be still making my other video, and we should be having some special guests, and that video should be released in about 24 to 30 hours from now. But and that's the one where I'll go through all the different players, my favorites, my long shots, and all that. But for now, I just wanted to go through and point something out here. So we're moving over to Japan this week at Narashino Country Club, and it's a very unusual golf course. And so it got me thinking about how easy it would be for so many people to look at the wrong stats this week and really just end up going down the very wrong rabbit hole, and getting the wrong players in the end. So I figured this would be a perfect time, like I said, to make a video and just show you what I mean exactly, to show you how I do my research and how I come up with my DraftKings lineups. Okay, so to start off, a bunch of DFS players will start their analysis by going straight to the yardage of the golf course. And they'll use that to get their idea of whether the golf course is long or short. And that will help them proceed to create mixed condition models, and do their analysis from there. However, if you look a bit deeper into this golf course, you're going to find something very interesting. So it only has 3 par 5s and it has 5 par 3s, which means there are 10 par 4s, obviously. So both the par 3 and par 4 scoring are going to be significant when it comes to your research here. And it's going to be critical to look at because, well, here's where it gets even more interesting. So of the 10 par 4s we've got out here, half of them are shorter than 425, but the other half are longer than 490. So you've got nothing in between 425 and 490. This is pretty crazy and very unusual. And when you combine this with the length of the par 3s, this tells me that these guys will be having approach shots of greater than 175 yards over 50% of the time. So what does that tell us again? If I just were to go look and see this golf course is 7,000 yards, it doesn't tell me any of that. I'm just going to think, oh, it's a pretty short golf course. But in reality, more than 50% of these approach shots are coming from 175, 200, 225. That's long. And so it was something that I noticed and really wanted to point out. What that really tells me is I want to heavily weigh approaches from 175 and greater, which means I'm looking for who are the best long iron players out there, who are gaining the most strokes with their long irons. So again, just something I noticed when I first started my analysis this week, and I thought I'd share it with you all. these are really the things that are going to make the difference out there of you having a successful week and making some good money versus throwing your money, your hard-earned money, just down the drain. By the way, when I look at the content that all of these other guys who are creating DFS content, when I look at everything they're doing, something I noticed is they're never sharing their winnings and their losings publicly, which I think is lame. And I want to be different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start documenting my own performances each week, and I'll be sharing these with you in the following week's analysis. So, the Shriners I'll be sharing in this week's analysis, and then my results from this week I'll share in next week's analysis, just so that we're operating with full transparency and you guys can all see what's really going on behind the scenes. For instance, the Shriners, I got killed with Patrick Cantlay's meltdown on the 18th hole. Cost me winning the 20K and coming very close to winning the 100K event. Although I can't complain, I still won right around $4,000. So all in all, good week, right? Still hard to swallow what Cantlay did, especially seeing as that's something he's never done before. The guy is just rock solid when it comes to closing a golf tournament. I don't know what happened, what got into him, but yeah, these things happen. So anyhow, what I do know is there's a ton of money to be made in DFS golf and just in PGA Tour wagering, straight wagering in general. And if you play it correctly and smart, you can take a ton of this money home. And there's plenty of the pie to go around. So, this is also something I thoroughly enjoy doing. So I figured, why not share it with my Shack fam, and we can all win big together. Let's see, something else I should mention. So creating these mixed condition models is one of the many things that I do when I'm doing my research each week. I probably weigh the results that I get from the mixed condition model at around 30%. And so, that shows you there's still a bunch more that I consider. For example, recent form is 30 to 40%. And then their tournament history at this event or on this golf course weighs in about another 30%. So I'm not going to dive in today too much into how exactly I run these mixed condition models, since it's going to vary with every software, your different tool that you're using. So for now, I'm just going to provide the results that I get from the mixed condition model that I ran, which you can see. You'll be able to see that in the Google Doc, which you can access in CryptoShack Discord servers announcements. You'll see the link to that doc. And, what I'm working on behind the scenes, I've got a few things working, but ultimately the end goal is to be able to provide all of this data for Shack holders. And hopefully I'll have some more news on all that next week on the progress of it. But that's my goal here. I want to be able to provide a members portal for all of you holders to come in and have all of the same great access to the tools that I have. But for now, I'm just going to provide you with all of my results. And until next time, just tee it high and let it fly, guys. And I'll see you soon. See you again tomorrow with some more data in depth on player specific. That's it for now, guys. See you soon.